Good evening, everybody, and welcome to full delayed coverage of England's second round match against Belgium. A repeat, of course, in the 1990 World Cup second round match where England won by that late David Platt goal. Already through were Argentina, Colombia, and Italy and Spain, knocking out France, the Netherlands, Slovenia, and Brazil, respectively. England played Belgium, Switzerland took on Uruguay, Germany played Ivory Coast, and Portugal played Cameroon. But it's to England-Belgium we go, and England looking to reach the quarterfinals against 2006 against a very, very tough Belgium side. Could England come up on top, or would the Belgian golden generation prevail through? Stand by for what was a dramatic night in every proportion possible, as we took you back to 7:45 when the teams emerged from the tunnel. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the round of 16. And England played Belgium in a repeat in the 1990 second round when David Platt scored the winning goal from a Paul Gascoigne free kick to decide the outcome in the last minute of extra time. It was in Naples. Now it's in Russia. And before this big heavyweight second round clash begins, we're going to have the national anthems. Well, beautifully observed by both sets of supporters here. Let's hope for a good game. England line up then. Hart in goal, Kieran Trippier, John Stones, Ryan Shawcross, and shoulder back four, Rodriguez, Barkley, Wiltshire and Walcott on the midfield quartet. And it's Wayne Rooney and Danny Ings up front. There's about 5 or 6 Burnley players in the starting lineup tonight. As for Belgium, plenty of big names in there. Thibaut Courtois of Chelsea, of course. Christian Benteke up front. Eden Hazard, Bruno Tielemans, Kevin De Bruyne, Vincent Kompany and Toby Alderweireld. Wayne Rooney, the England captain. Well, they got 2 wins out of 3 in the group phase. They got a 0-0 draw to start with in their first match. And then rammed in 9, maybe 10 goals without reply in their last 2 games. Abin Kuniak is the referee tonight from Poland, and this last 16 World Cup knockout game is underway. No second chances for one of these two teams if they lose tonight. It's all or nothing now, and it's got to be decided on the night, of course. If it's level after 90 minutes extra time, and if still can't be separated, we will have penalties. But here's De Bruyne now for Belgium, and he shoots over the crossbar. Early warning there for England. Joe Hart with the kick. Stones for England. Now Trippier. It's a good ball. Walcott. First time ball in. And Ings with a header that's just gone wide. But a lovely piece of play there from England. Both sides having a chance in the opening exchanges of this knockout match. Of course, the winners will go through to the quarterfinals. And this will be a tough game for both sides. Mark Wilmot's side, one of the best in the world at the moment. It's Pogognani. But it's into Nangulan. The Belgians have really reinvented themselves as a well-forced as Tielemans comes forward. Hart dramatically out of his goal, and the ball floated back, and De Bruyne miscontrolled it when Joe Hart was out of his ground. England struggling here a wee bit. And now they've got a little bit of breathing space now. Put one on, 0-0. Tillemans. And Cavanda gets it back to Thibaut Courtois. Poglignoni. Cavanda. Tillemans. Poglignoni. Give it away to Shaw. Luke Shaw. Well, typical left back shot in the end from Luke Shaw. Not renowned for his goal scoring prowess. He wasn't going to be troubling Thibaut Courtois. Certainly not from that range. Belgium have had the better of the possession, no doubt about it. De Bruyne has the ball now for the Belgians, but Ings intercepts. Now Trippier, his Burnley colleague, finding Jack Wilshere of Arsenal. Lovely turn by the Arsenal man. Rooney dummies it to Rodriguez. And Rooney and Ings and Barkley all wait, and Courtois got a punch just before Barkley could get in there. And now Belgium on the counter-attack with Benteke. Shawcross with a very assured tackle, but Eden Hazard wins the ball. Now Christian Benteke. Onto Nainggolan. Good ball to Bruno. Tillemans knocking it back to Nainggolan. Tillemans once again. Cavanda. Good ball in. Shawcross with a header, but De Bruyne keeps it in play. De Bruyne hit the outside of the angle, I think, of the post and the crossbar. A little dangerous there for England at that moment in time. Ings playing almost a careless back pass, and in fact it's turned out to be a bad ball because Belgium have possession, and Nainggolan, who's having a lot of things to say for himself. Benteke's in there. Good save from Joe Hart. England under the cosh here a little bit. Here's Ings. Now here comes Wayne Rooney, the England captain and the all-time England goal scorer. Here's Ings. Ings with a chip and against the crossbar, and both sides in this first half have hit the woodwork. Here it is again. Ings chipped the goalkeeper. Courtois was beaten a mile. Ping off the crossbar, and then somehow, fortuitously, Courtois scrambled it behind for the corner. Walcott with it. Rodriguez over the top. Well, it's tense moments here in this second round game. As Rodriguez, see the replay of Rodriguez is finally going over the top of the crossbar. Still no score. For 0-0, this has been quite an eye entertaining game, but it's nerve-wracking at the same time. England with only 35% possession. Belgium having more or less a lot of the ball with over 60%. And it's turning out to be that way. Here's Hazard now. Chance here for the Chelsea man to see what he can do. And he's whipped Trippier down that line, and he's kept his balance superbly well. And still going, Eden Hazard. The advantage was played because there was a little hack at him in the build-up. The referee quite rightly played an advantage, but Hazard, when well positioned, just couldn't take the chance. We're into 2 minutes of injury time at the end of the first half, signalled by our fourth official from Poland tonight. Flick on for Mings. Company in there. Rodriguez now wins it back for England. Wilshere loses it for England, and Hazard gets it away, and the Polish referee blows for half time. Well, both sides have hit the crossbar. De Bruyne hit the bar for Belgium, likewise Ings for England, but at half time here in a very entertaining game, it's goalless. Welcome back everybody to the start of the second half. England have made a half-time change. Jack Wilshere has come off, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, another claret, comes into the fray. No changes for Belgium as this second half gets underway. Now 45 minutes for one of these sides to win this game, otherwise we will have extra time, folks, in this World Cup second round group phase matches. Really strikes the shot, but it's an easy one there for Thibaut Courtois. Got down pretty well for that one, even though it was driven low. And England started on the front foot again, and they get another opportunity because that was a poor clearance by Courtois. And that's a good ball in, and Courtois with a fist. Rooney, and Loftus-Cheek has stopped it from going in. How is he? Well, Rooney denied by his own player, and it was the substitute Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Sure. Barkley off the post. What a superb start from England. Loftus-Cheek once again. Has to play back to Shaw. Barkley again. Alderweireld got a good tackle in there. And here comes Tielemans now over the halfway line. First real adventure out for the Belgians here. And Loftus-Cheek trekking back. Deflection on the cross. And Shawcross got it half away, and then Bruno had the shot. And already, well, I'm not sure whether we need goal line technology, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek should have left that, really. What is conclusive? It's no goal. Although, what was Ruben Loftus-Cheek doing there in the first place? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. Mertens has now come on for Belgium in their first change of the evening, and he's replaced Yuri Tielemans. Playing almost an hour here in this 2018 World Cup second round phase game. Belgium 0, England 0, Belgium 0. I repeated a 1990 second round game in Italy, which England won by a late volley from Platt, as Barkley tries to get the shot in, but it's blocked by Pogognani. Now Mertens, De Bruyne, and Bruno over the top. This is good football again. There's a lot of enterprising football on view here, but still no end product. And once again another missed chance for one of these two sides, and this time it was Bruno again. He's had the two best opportunities already in this second half. The Belgian number 14. And Carrasco comes on to replace the aforementioned Bruno. Well, we're now 25 minutes away from another half an hour more of this, unless there's some goals. Ings will try a long range one. Oh, what a beauty! Danny Ings! That was an absolute cracker, and it needed to be something to beat Thibaut Courtois tonight. And it's done it. And England are in the lead. And what an effort. And England are now back on course to win their first World Cup since 1966. What a glorious goal by the Burnley ace. 6th goal in the World Cup competition. And England take the lead after 70 odd minutes now. 20 minutes left, and now Belgium must come out now and try and equalise. Trippier loses out to Hazard. Eden Hazard deflected. Well kept out by Joe Hart, and he held on to it well. Cavanda to Carrasco. Benteke, they need a goal from him, and they need something from him. Company has come forward now. It's all hands on deck for the Belgians. Company shot! Goal kick. Well, if the golden generation of Belgian football are to turn this one around, they need to score twice. It's going to take something to beat Big Joe Hart in this form. Here's Ings again, trying another long range strike this time, but this time along the ground, but this time very, very tame effort. 12 minutes to go. England 1, Belgium 0. Danny Ings the scorer, and here he is on the ball again, trying his luck again from range, and an easy one there for Thibaut Courtois. Mertens. England are so near to a semi-final, quarter-final berth from getting one round ahead of himself here. De Bruyne. Nainggolan plays it in there. Hazard, danger here for England. Shaw got it half away. Carrasco playing it in there. Rodriguez, Nainggolan now. Playing it back. Benteke on the volley off the crossbar. England still under the caution, and Benteke heads it into the goalkeeper. 2 minutes to go. What drama here in Russia. Alderweireld has to get it forward. He's the only one basically who's back. Now Mertens. Hazard. England now have to defend for their lives. And Benteke shoots over the bar. And that might be it for the Belgians. And England, in what's been a tense knockout round match, are going through to the quarterfinals. And it's been one moment of genius. Romelu Lukaku's coming on, but in my book that's too late. The Everton man is on, but it's far too late now. Hart's kick. Rooney's chest. It's all over. England have won it, but only just. Belgium hit their woodwork 3 times and couldn't beat Big Joe Hart. The winning goal after 68 minutes from Danny Ings, a 25-yard cracker, which beat the brilliant Thibaut Courtois. Both goalkeepers did magnificently, but it took a moment of pure genius from that man in your picture to send England into the quarterfinals for the first time since 2006. Disappointment for Benteke and co. Maybe their last chance of winning the world's greatest prize is over, but for England, they're through to the quarterfinals by 1-0. And what drama it was too. I've never commentated on a game like it before, and it was tremendous. We had only 39% of possession to 61%, and actually it was a close run thing. We had more shots on target than the Belgians, but the Belgians had 11 shots and shot most of them over the top. But it was a close run thing, and that Danny Ings strike, it was a special goal to win the game. And now we go through to the semi-finals, but Belgium can count themselves unfortunate. They had chances, but in the end they just really didn't take them, and they've paid the ultimate price for it. So the other result, the 4 above the England result, as you know, I'll bring you up to date with the other 3. Switzerland 2, Uruguay 1, Germany 2, Ivory Coast 0, so comfortable there for the Germans. And the same scoreline there for the Portuguese as they beat Cameroon, again by the same scoreline, 2-0. So with all those results in, let's now have a look at the draw for the quarterfinals of the World Cup, the fixture list for the quarterfinals of the World Cup. It will be coming up in just a second or two from now. Just bear with me a second. Here we go. Now, 2 quarterfinals have already been played. Colombia 1, Argentina 2, Italy 1, Spain 2. We play Switzerland in the quarterfinals. You'll be able to see that again delayed with us next time. And Germany play Portugal. The winners, of course, of those 2 games will play each other. Argentina and Spain will play in the semi-finals. That's it from me. Don't forget to keep subscribing or follow me on Twitter. We'll see you for the Switzerland game. Until then, take care and see you later. Ta-ra.